Hi everyone. Today I'm going to start a new series uh, that I am calling Research from Concept to Completion. In this series, I plan to start from the very beginning, that is, uh, from the conceptualization of a research idea until the end result, where the paper that came out from this concept is actually accepted and published in a journal. So I'm not only just going to talk about these issues, but I'm going to show step by step how to do um, a paper from scratch until the final completion. And I will also submit it to a journal and hope, fingers crossed, that it will be accepted. So if it happen, we will all celebrate together. So today, I'm going to just start off the series by focusing on 10 things that we should all consider when we are at the beginning of conceptualizing an idea and preparing our next research project for submission to a prospective journal. So here you can see the 10 things that I have listed down. Now let's start with first is the topic selection. So the topic selection is quite important because sometimes we might get tempted to work on something that we are not very familiar with, but it is always important that we remember that we shouldn't be scared of taking on new opportunities, but sometimes we do our best when we are within our domain. Now, how do you select a research topics? I will provide some link, but you can see my channel. I have uploaded few videos that helps you to see and decide how can you select a topic, but I'm going to upload more videos later on this topic alone. So once you have selected a topic, the next thing that you must focus on is the research problem. So that's why I put it as number two. Because when you have selected a topic, it may have value in your mind, but however, sometimes you have to realize that you have to submit it to a journal, and the editor and the reviewer must agree with you that yes, that the research, that the topic you are focusing on is contemporary and will add value to their journal. That is why if you can very clearly reflect on why the topic and the issue that you have selected matters, then you might have a better chance of getting your paper published. So the most important thing is that you should have a clear indication in your paper at the very beginning what is the problem that you are focusing on, and why does this matter for the country or from the global perspective that you are focusing on. So moving on, number three, I put journal selection because uh, after you have decided, okay, you have your topic, you have identified clearly that the research problem is very clear and you are like happy to proceed. So before you actually write up everything and finalize everything, sometimes it is better to get a step back and think, okay, which journal will be more appropriate? Why I'm saying this? Because it helps you to first have a look at the journal that you are keeping, you have in your mind, and have a quick look whether anybody has published anything similar in that journal. If you are focusing on a topic and you have identified a journal, but then you see that in that journal there has not been any publication on that specific topic. That might create more complication. I'm not saying that your paper is not going to be accepted, but I'm saying that there maybe you have to look at their focus and their recent publication and their trends to see whether the journal is good fit for you. So this is just at the beginning to make sure everything is in order, you have all the ingredients in the right order and capacity. So just to try and match the journal that is more suitable and look at their style, look at their publication, look at some of the recent works that some of the authors have were able to publish to get you an idea the level of detail and uh, effort you will have to take for getting the paper published to that specific journal. Now that brings me to point number 4, method selection. Because what I'm trying to say, your problem and the method that you apply should have clear connection. So that is why I have put research problem in step or things to consider number 2, because the problem that you identified should dictate the method that you are going to apply. If the problem that you have applied is for a global, that is related to a global scale, that means you have to, it is more important that you try to provide evidence from a global scale. In that case, I really understand that when you are studying something from a global perspective, sometimes it is difficult to conduct a survey. So that type of study method is not applicable in your current study. So you have to find a way to get certain access to a database so that you can collect multi-country data in a more cost-effective and timely manner. So that's why I put method selection number 4, because you have to align your research problem with the method so that there is coherence in your research approach. So after you have selected the method based on the type of study that you are doing, you have to collect the data. Um, so when I'm saying data collection, number 5, I'm just reflecting on qualitative data or mixed method study. Uh, I'm going to upload more and more videos explaining all those different types of studies. So please subscribe and hope you will not miss any of these videos. So data collection is important because why? For example, if you have selected a topic which is very trendy, your research problem is very clear. You have several journals who are interested, who have been publishing on this issue. You are very clear that you are going to apply a secondary database method. But when you go for the data collection, you find that you don't have access to that specific database, which is a very common problem for researchers. It doesn't matter in which part of the world you are right now. Uh, Access to data is not very easy. It's expensive, and depending on the subscription that your institution is having, it will restrict your access to a specific set of database. So have a very clear inspection of the type of data that you have, and then you may have to readjust, realign your whole research approach based on the things that you can do. So once you are able to get hold of the data, the next thing is to do the analysis. Number 6, so data analysis is very important uh, because if you see more and more higher ranked journals, their way of their publication and the way authors go about doing the analysis is uh, very detailed. The analysis is top notch, out of the world. So I'm going to go to that part of uh, the discussion soon, and I am planning to show you several different types of softwares that you can use for different types of analysis. So hopefully, I will be able to get to that point soon. But be careful that you are aware that you have to apply some sophisticated analysis to actually improve the quality of your work, to show that you are able to apply sophisticated analysis. And now you see that I put writing the paper is at number 7. Why I am doing this? Because you see, before you can actually start writing the paper, you have to be able to confirm that you have the data, you have to go through the analysis to see you have consistent results that supports the actually the hypothesis that you have drafted in your mind or somewhere, based on the theory that you have used. So all of those things I will discuss soon, because this is just an introduction of this research series. So all these things will come uh, in this channel soon. But remember that writing the paper is not like, it's not a very common approach that you just start writing and then on the way you add on the data analysis. So the more common practice is that we go through the data analysis to see whether our analysis confirms the hypothesis that we have, or the theoretical perspective, or if you don't have a hypothesis, the theory that you are focusing on, it reflects some of the proposition, it helps you to confirm or bring new propositions. So all those things are important. That's why you write the paper after you have done your data analysis. So once you have done the data analysis, you have written all the paper, you just don't straight away go and submit your paper to the journal. There is actually a long process of getting your paper submitted to the journal that you have selected in step number 3. Why I'm saying that? Because after you have done your first draft, we don't submit that to the journal. It goes through several additional stages of editing, and finally, uh, when you have done all sorts of editing, you have checked all the references and all these things are in checked, and you have proofread it, then we normally submit the final end product to the journal. So the finalization of the publication is number 8, which is done before you actually go through the submission. So I also have developed a checklist that you might find useful, and I'll share with you later, that you can just go through and see whether your paper is ready for submission or not. Hopefully that video will be useful to you. So before your submission, you do a final check to look through whether you have followed the author guidelines of the journal, whether you have all things in the place what the journal is asking for, and you go for the submission. So what happens after submission? Actually, there can be several things. Your paper can get text rejected. It may go through review, and the reviewer might reject the paper or may ask for major or minor submission. If it comes back with a review request, then congratulations, you can go through the review. However, as it has happened to me, and I maybe it happened to you, after you have done several review, your paper can still get rejected. But don't worry about it. We always have to try. So that's it. These are the 10 things that I thought that I would share with you. And this is the beginning of this research series. I will keep on adding new videos. So hopefully you will subscribe and get notified whenever I upload a new video. And please write on the comment box anything specific that you want me to write. And you have all my uh, contacts here in my YouTube channel. If you want to talk with me, please connect with me in LinkedIn. I am there, so I would love to have a chat about the research that you're planning to do next. So hope to see you soon with new videos, and goodbye for today.